That was Olusegun Aganga, Nigeria's Minister of Trade and Investment, who still from the launch. According to Haresh Keswani, the retail industry in Nigeria has steadily become more organized, largely driven by an expanding middle class. The trend is attracting more retailers into the country. Well, CNBC Africa's Umu Ibrahim also caught up with Haresh Keswani, CEO of the RT Group and member of the Board of Trustees of the Retail Council of Nigeria, to discuss the future of retail in Nigeria. Take a look.
Retail will unlock economy from the human capital development perspective. It will unlock the economy in the agriculture by reducing what we call the damages in transport and in merchandising the goods. It will unlock the economy by adapting latest technologies and having more accountability. It unlocks the economy by being more transparent in its taxations. It will unlock economy in supporting the small, medium enterprise. Today, if you were, let's say, a farmer, and you had a supply chain contract with us, and you have a track record, and all we have to do is to refer to a good bank, and I can assure you that those banks are more than happy to support you with funding, because they know that you have an offtake guaranteed. So it's all, their risk is very minimized. And this is unlocking economy. And one more other thing, unlocking economy. Our current stock markets, it's too lopsided to the banking. It's too lopsided. Everyone is just, the whole stock market, the banking sector does well, the market does well. I think the retail sector, once it gets to a certain size, most of them would get listed in the stock market. That is unlocking economy.
Now, how could you describe Nigeria's retail potential?
Simple, right? 167 million people, 30% of those people would be equivalent to 50 million or 50 odd million people. And that is the potential. Middle class, comparable to South African economy. I believe Bismarck Revan made mention, or the minister made mention, we're talking about $100 billion economy in retail. That's a huge economy. And I think we need to put our heads together and look at all the various challenges and the different hurdles. And with the support of the government and the right policies, the private sector would be more than willing to take the leap of faith and invest.
Now, there's been lack of, retail market penetration in Nigeria for quite a while now. Now, how do you think Nigeria should deepen its retail market business?
The penetration has been very low for the simple reason there is simply lack of infrastructure, which is primarily real estate. Today, I may want to remind you that in India, when large brands wanted to come and invest, what they found was that India may own the largest, or rather the biggest square footage of real estate for retail, but you couldn't find one big store to have a hypermarket. Now, Nigeria is similar. I mean, when you talk about retailing, there are so many plazas, there are so many markets, there are so many shops. Every street you will have shops. So when you talk about retail space, there's a misunderstanding. A kiosk is a retail space, but we're talking about formal retail, holding these destinations. And I think Nigerians need this, because what are the experience of families have here? It's the entertainment. Retail is mistaken only for shopping, buying and selling. Retail is also cinemas, the restaurants, the food courts, the amusement parks. These are all conform and become part of the retail. And I think the youth, like Oliver mentioned, is that Nigerian population under 35 is such a huge percentage. They aspire, their families will aspire, their children will aspire. So I think the timing is perfect. The government has recognized it, and we are very, very positive that this council will respond to every retailer who wants to be a member, and also address their issues on a common platform to the government for solutions.
Organized retail market in Nigeria has only been developed to 3% as compared to, those of some developed countries like the United Kingdom, United States and Australia that are about 80%, 78 and 60% respectively. Now, how do you think Nigeria would be able to compete with these countries?
So let's not be in a hurry. We are 3, let's get to 10. When we get to 10, we talk about 15. If we can achieve the target of 30% of our population, I think we've done very well. On the closing remarks of the minister, he clearly mentioned that he would want retail to be the biggest in Nigeria, and if the Nigerian retail market should be biggest in Africa and should be a global player. He's made those closing remarks. Well, this is a plan which will take a long time, but it's a sure plan. So, like I always tell my friends, that today is the right day to begin this first step to the journey of 1,000 miles. So let's take this first step. It's quite a long journey. With the right policies, with more participants, we should be able to catch up very quickly.